Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit Lions fans. Let's get to the news. So folks, we're just days away from the official kickoff of the 2025 NFL season. And if you're a Lions fan, you know how crucial every move, every roster decision, and every piece of news becomes in shaping the team's trajectory. The Detroit Lions, as we all know, have been on a fascinating journey over the past few seasons. From their ups and downs to finally breaking through with a playoff appearance last year, there's a sense that this team is positioning itself for something bigger, something that could truly redefine their place in the NFC North and the league as a whole. And one of the latest moves that has been making waves around Allen Park is the finalization of their practice squad, especially with the addition of a player who might just be a hidden gem in the making, edge rusher Andre Carter II. Now, this move might seem like just another roster tweak at first glance, but for those of us who follow the Lions closely, it signals much more. Andre Carter II is a player with a compelling background, and his journey to Detroit is quite interesting. During his collegiate career with the Army Black Knights, Carter proved to be a dominant force on the defensive line. He recorded an impressive 95 total tackles over 3 seasons, but what really caught the eye of NFL scouts was his pass rushing ability. Carter amassed a total of 5 sacks during his college tenure, showcasing a relentless motor and an ability to get to the quarterback. His final season with Army was particularly notable. He finished with 5 sacks, which was the second highest in the entire country, only behind Alabama's Will Anderson Jr. That's some serious production, especially considering how tough the competition is at the college level. This kind of production naturally drew NFL attention, and Carter's journey into the league began when he signed as an undrafted free agent with the Minnesota Vikings in 2023. It's always a tough pathway for undrafted players, but Carter managed to make an impact, even if limited. He appeared in 12 games for the Vikings, primarily on special teams, which is often the first step for players trying to carve out a role in the league. He registered 2 tackles during his time there, but more than the stats, it was his potential and athleticism that caught the eye. Then last season, Carter moved on to the Las Vegas Raiders, where he again got some opportunities, appearing in 3 games. He recorded a sack, a tackle, and a quarterback hit, so you can see the flashes of the pass-rushing talent that made him so successful in college. What's encouraging is that during the Raiders' preseason this summer, Carter was very active. He played in all 3 of their preseason games, collecting 2 sacks and pressuring the quarterback 7 times. That's a pretty solid performance for a guy fighting to stay on the roster, and it showed his ability to adapt and make an impact even in limited snaps. Despite these promising flashes, the Raiders decided to waive Carter last week, which is part of the NFL's tough roster decisions, especially when teams have a wealth of talent and limited spots. So, now Carter finds himself as part of the Lions' practice squad, but don't let that phrase fool you. Being on the practice squad isn't just a backup position, it's a strategic spot where players develop, learn the system, and prepare to step in when needed. And with the Lions' current pass rush group, Carter could very well be the next man up if injuries or performance issues arise. Aiden Hutchinson, the reigning number 2 overall pick, and Marcus Davenport are the starters, forming a formidable duo that has already shown they can get after the quarterback. But beyond them, the Lions have solid depth with Alquadin Mohammed, Pat O'Connor, and Tyrus Wheat all in reserve roles. Carter, with his proven pass-rushing ability, especially in college and preseason, could be the perfect emergency option to add pressure on opposing quarterbacks during critical moments of the game. Now, it's worth noting that Isaac Ukwu, another edge rusher on the practice squad, is also in the mix, having appeared in 2 games last season with the Lions, recording 3 tackles. But Carter's addition brings fresh energy and potential to this group. If an injury or a dip in performance happens, Carter will be the first to be called up, and that could be a game changer, especially considering how crucial pass rushers are in today's NFL. The league's offensive schemes are becoming more complex, and teams are constantly looking for fresh pass rushing talent to disrupt the rhythm of their opponents' offenses. But beyond just the immediate roster implications, this move also shows the Lions' front office and coaching staff's keen eye for talent and their willingness to develop players who might not have been drafted, but have the potential to become key contributors down the line. It's a smart approach, building a deep, competitive roster that can withstand the inevitable injuries and performance fluctuations that come with a long NFL season. The Lions have already shown they're not afraid to give young players opportunities, and Carter's addition fits perfectly into that philosophy. Let's talk a little about the team's current season outlook. The Lions are coming into this year with high expectations. Fans and analysts alike see this as a real shot at contending not just for a division title, but perhaps making a deep playoff run. The defense, which was a point of concern last year, has been bolstered with new additions and a focus on improving the pass rush. Aiden Hutchinson, in particular, has been fantastic, living up to the hype as a top pick, showing the ability to be a dominant force on the line. Marcus Davenport adds another dimension with his experience and pass rushing skills, and with the addition of Carter, the Lions are putting together a group that could really make offensive lines think twice. The offense, as always, is led by Goff, who has been playing at a high level and is known for his leadership and accuracy. The offensive line has been solid, giving Goff enough time to work his magic. But it's the defense, especially the pass rush, that could be the real X factor this season. If Carter can develop on the practice squad and eventually step up when called upon, he might just be the secret weapon the Lions need to get over the hump. Looking back at the franchise's history, the Lions have had their share of struggles, but recent years have seen a shift in culture and expectations. The team's front office has been diligent in building a roster capable of competing at the highest level, and the coaching staff is known for their innovative schemes and player development. The addition of players like Carter, who have high upside but are still unproven at the NFL level, demonstrates that the Lions are betting on their ability to develop talent and maximize their potential. As we look ahead to the season opener against the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field, the anticipation is palpable. That game is more than just a season opener. It's a statement game for both teams and a chance for the Lions to set the tone early. The Packers have always been a tough opponent at Lambeau, but with the Lions showing so much promise on both sides of the ball, fans are optimistic that this could be a turning point. And if Carter can step up at some point during the season, even if it's just in situational pass-rushing roles, it could be the difference maker in close games. And speaking of expectations, the Lions' fan base is more energized than ever. The last few seasons have reignited hope and passion, and every roster move, every preseason game, every practice squad addition is scrutinized and analyzed with excitement. The team's recent history shows resilience, and this season feels like a real opportunity to finally break through and make a serious playoff run, perhaps even challenging for the NFC crown. The NFC North has always been a competitive division, with the Packers, Vikings, and Bears fighting hard, but Detroit's resurgence has changed the landscape. The addition of a player like Carter, even on the practice squad, signals the Lions' commitment to building a deep, versatile defense that can adapt and strike when needed. Now, let's not forget that the NFL season is a marathon, not a sprint. Injuries happen, unexpected twists occur, and every team faces its challenges. But what's clear is that Detroit is preparing for those moments. They're building a roster that's not just about stars, but also about depth, about players who can step in and contribute when called upon. Carter's journey from college standout to NFL practice squad player is a testament to the grind, and Lions fans should be excited about the potential he brings. Sometimes, it's these under-the-radar moves that make all the difference in a long, grueling season. So, as we gear up for the 2025 season, keep an eye on this Lions defense. The addition of Andre Carter II might just be the piece that unlocks their full potential. It's a story of perseverance, of talent, and of a team that's hungry to prove itself. The Lions are no longer just a team trying to find their footing. They're a team with sights set high, ready to challenge the best, and perhaps finally bring home that elusive Super Bowl trophy they've been chasing for so long. And with every new move, every preseason game, and every roster decision, fans like us can feel the momentum building. We're on the edge of something special, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this latest roster move? Do you think Carter has what it takes to become a key piece for this defense? Are you excited for the upcoming game against the Packers, or do you see some areas where the team still needs improvement? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions matter so much to us and to the Lions. Remember, this is a community, and your voice helps shape the conversation. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and all the latest news on the Detroit Lions. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep this Lions momentum going as we march toward what could be an incredible season.